Hey guys, I wanted to show you my custom GG1 set that I've finally finished. Let me go ahead and start with saying this is the 2332 post-war GG1, and we got all the cars for it. This is here's the original ad. This is the 46, I believe. But here is the 2139W 4-car freight set. So we got the 2332, the auto rack right there. Come on, focus. We got the operating log car, a Lehigh Valley. Now this one is the double, the four load. That's or the 2-bay, and that one's the 4-bay. I just like that one a little more because it's bigger. And then the Southern Pacific caboose. So that's the entire top set, and the locomotives are the same. I might end up getting some more passenger cars, so I'll have both sets, but right now I'm just doing this one. Now this locomotive is the Lionchief 2.0 with relays to fire the LEDs, and it also has chrome wheels. Those are polished nickel wheels. Those are the original post-war wheels, and they bolted onto the original chassis with a couple shims, but not too bad. And we got, and this is the most impressive thing is these are the MTH motorized pantographs, and there's a gearbox inside there that raises and lowers those. And I'll show you that in a second. And then here is my custom Lionchief controller. It's blinking because there's no signal right now. It's got a one of the post-war lens right here hooked up to the LED. This is the on-off switch, and coming around here, it's a vintage 1033 shell. But then on the inside, I have all of the Lionchief controls, plus that green thing is a wireless controller for the pantographs to go up and down. But we'll see. This will be whistle. This is bell. This is pantographs up and down. We got talk. We got throttle. Now it's a little different from post-war because post-war was 4-speed E unit, but this is this goes backwards. So you got here's stop, forward, and reverse. And I've got the Pennsylvania Railroad to kind of customize this to go with the Pennsylvania Railroad theme. But there we go. Let's go ahead and fire this up. My layout's all DC, so we're just gonna twist this right here. That fires everything up, and it auto connected right there because it was on. But to connect, so down is the off position. Whoop, I'm touching the throttle. So down is off, that turns it off, and then you click it up to turn it on, and then up again is connect. So we are connected now. We got that green light. So let me go through all the features first. Kind of the basic Lionchief 2.0 stuff. We got, let me see if I can get both in the shot. So this will be, that is the horn, and the 2.0 sounds are just amazing. And we got the bell. Which is a nice randomy sounding bell. Love that bell. Here's the crew announcements.
Dispatcher, air is made. Brake test complete. Are we clear to pull? Over. Please hold. Getting your route line now. Out.
Which that's pretty darn cool. Let's go ahead and show you the throttle. Now the throttle is kind of a neat little thing. So this is all bulbs. There's 2 bulbs for the cab, and then we have a bulb in the front and a bulb in the back, and those are fired by relays. So I have off the original LED controls. So you'll hear a little click in there, and that'll be the clicking of all the different lights. So we'll go ahead and put you in. We'll go forward just a little bit. We'll stop. We'll hit reverse a little bit. Now, one of the issues with the wheels that I have noticed is that these are polished wheels on rails, and so there's no magnet traction, no rubber grip wheels, so they do slip occasionally, and I think that's due to just polishing. And I think over time I'm going to get more grip as it kind of wears in, breaks in. But for now, every now and then I get some wheel slip. So the only thing really holding it down to the track is the sheer weight of the shell and the pieces. So if you see some wheel slip, that's what that is. But now, kind of the coolest part of this is the motorized controllers, motorized pantographs. So I'll show you that now. Up and these just up is up and down is down. And I only have one switch here, and that is, so you can look at the headlights. See how the back one is lit? That means the back one is active. And so when I click into a forward, the forward pantograph will be active. So right now I can move the back one. So what I'm going to do is I can go up, and there she goes, and see, I can get both in the shot maybe. So I go up and down, and they don't go all the way down like the original ones. Just the way because if I adjust it to where it goes all the way down, it binds up. So it's just a compromise. It works. So, and then if I want to do the front one, I just have to click it in forward just a little bit. So, boop, I got the forward light. So now I can click the forward pantograph. So basically, if I want to go forwards, so I'll click that guy down. So I'm driving around, go forward a little bit, and we come to a stop, and I leave my forward light on, come all the way up, stop, click it in reverse. Now I'm in reverse, and I bring it down. So now I can go reverse. So that's kind of how they do it in real life. So we're going to come to a stop. We're going to come up. We're going to go forward. And I can even lower it while it's in motion. Whoop, wrong way. And we got wheel slip. Oh, we got some kind of short. Well, one of the problems is this switch right here. It didn't get switched all the way. So that was probably it. All right, let's try it again. My train layout's on a circuit breaker, an auto-loading circuit breaker. So we're just going to go ahead and try it again. No big deal. All right, so that's kind of that. That's the pantographs. So we can go forward again. But there we go. Let me come around so you can kind of see this a little bit closer. But this is probably the most... And it still has Century down here. This was the special edition from the Century. And I have a little blemish right here that I need to touch up. But I can show you, there's a little... This is kind of the cool part. This is what... Now, these are a nightmare to adjust, but if you look real close, there's a little arm in here. There's an arm here, and there's one on the other side. And that is what, and there's a motor right here, there's a gearbox in here, and then there's a spool with 2 strings. And the 2 strings are attached to these little plates, and the plates slide in and out. So when I squeeze, when that rotates, it winds up the strings and it squeezes them forward. It's actually a genius way they did that, and because this is a it was an MTH that had this, and this is a Lionel, I had to cut all the holes in here, mount this all up. It was quite an ordeal, but you can kind of see that arm coming down. That arm is what makes that work. But there you go. See, these are all bulbs. You can kind of hear it click. It's real quiet. But I think that's it. Here's the, these are all kind of new versions. I wanted everything to be new and in nice condition. So none of this is really post-war except for the shell. The shell on this one is post-war, and this is a very good condition post-war too. But this is not. This is a later post-war. And it's got new wheels, and this is a post-war special edition. That's a later one. That's a new one. Yeah. Oh, I forgot one other thing. Let's see. We can do couplers. It's got remote couplers. I can do, so this is the original talk button, so that's the shift, and this is universal remote, so I'm going to hit shift, and I can do, so that was the rear coupler, I believe. Let's see. Did it open? Okay, so that was the wrong one. Let's try, that was the front coupler. Let's try this again. Sometimes the only way to know where the front of the GG1 is when it's stopped. When it's stopped, the front has the crew in there and it turns on the light. So that's the only way to know which way is which. On the real GG1, there was a little F down here and a little R down here. And for mechanics to know which side is the front, there was an F, so you know front, F for front, R for rear. And so when someone said the front pantograph, well, it was hard to know which way was which. There was also a couple things. There was a water words right here, and you could kind of guess from there, but there is a front and a back to the GG1s. But for right now, I just have the light, and that tells me which way is front. So that tells me on down here which way I need to go. So if I'm, so shift.
Dispatcher, error is made. Brake test complete.
Maybe I'm right. Maybe that's shift rear, so I need rear.
Please hold. Getting your route line now. Out.
Let's try this again. Let's try the motion. There we go. Let's try coupling. Let's see if it'll couple on here. No, we failed. We got close. Well, it is what it is. Okay, so I think I've gone over everything, and these are just loosey-goosey. You can kind of touch them to where they're level. But and I taped these so they don't automatically open while removing. This is a auto dump car, so it'll self dump on activated things. And let's see, the caboose has the modern trucks with dual rollers, Southern Pacific, and that is a vintage shell on a modern frame. Okay, let's just roll around the track a little bit, and we'll just have some amazingly slow 23-32 action. Get some horn going. But you'll never see a post-war do that slow. Alright, so let's go around the track a little bit. And I'm starting to gear up for the Christmas layout. So some of it's got some Christmas stuff here. And it is a mess. It's not really a finished layout at all right now, but one thing I forgot to mention is that my bridge is only so far, so I do need to go down right about to there. So that's to make sure it doesn't hit the tunnel here. And whoa, let's see if we clear. We do. A little scary. I had to spend $300 to get the MTH pantographs with the motorized setup. Something's not right. This is the first time I've really messed with. So something got a little chunky in there. Lost connection. So I need I need to clean my track, obviously. Plus this racing slicks on the whoa, we are going the wrong way. So yeah, we're having connection issues in the tunnel. So let's keep going. And somehow we well, this was going to be a good video. Somehow that decided to disconnect. So I guess this entire video is nothing but bloopers. We'll go ahead and go again. Yeah, so I haven't ran my track in a couple months. So I think it could use a good cleaning. And of course this GG1 has a million ground connections, and there's only two center rail pickups. So once we'll go fast through here, see if we can make it. And I don't know how it's going to do up this incline. Okay, so we got problems with this, with the log car. We're just going to drive without these two for a minute. We're having coupler issues. But I think a little momentum is helping. Okay, that's probably enough. And then of course when I store it, these pantographs are so delicate, and if you push down on it, it can mess them up. So I always want to store them in the down position. So I want that one to be down, and then I can store it back. But there we go. That's it. Thanks for watching.